Sights on your firearm can make a big difference. A lot of times I like fiber optic at the front. I like a tritium bead at the front and black outline at the back. I mean, there's a number of different ways that I like sights, and there's a number of different style sights that fit different people. But for me, I'm a huge fan of Night Fision. Their sights are 30% brighter than other tritium sights. And they also last a lot longer, guaranteed up to 16 years. Now, your average tritium sight only lasts around 12 years. So it gives you advantages in two different ways. They are made from a Swiss tritium, and their sister company is Camanga, which makes lensatic compasses with a tritium insert for the US military. So they've had a lot of experience in the field of tritium. So we're going to take a look at Night Fision sights. We're also going to talk about tritium in itself and how it's used in night sights. But when it comes to your red dot sight, it's important to have backup sights for it as well. And we're going to look at a very innovative way that Night Fision has come up with a great solution. Now, we want to give a big thank you to Night Fision for sending the sights for this review, but also we want to give a big thank you to Getzone.com for putting all this together. It's the best Second Amendment friendly platform out there. Let's go ahead and safety check the handguns, clear the magazine, the chamber's empty, and magazine out, chamber empty. All the guns we're going to be showing are safety checked. Night Fision started out in 2017, but they were already an OEM manufacturer. They were making parts for the MRAD in Afghanistan, and that's really where they got into the industry. But their sister company, Camanga, was making the lensatic compasses. So they have a 30-year track record in tritium, and so they put it to use with these sights. Now, I want to talk about really the specifics of why I like Night Fision over other brands, and I've tested a lot of different sights. Again, it's up to you as far as what you like. There's some different styles out there, there are different colors. But one of the big things about Night Fision is that the sights are 30% brighter. And we're going to look at that in a minute. We're just going to kind of show you a little bit of a demonstration. But they're also very innovative. Now, this is one they've called the Stealth Series. Of course, it's a red dot sight. It has your post at the front that's tritium. But with the SIG P320, you have the red dot, and then you have no dovetail. Well, if you look right in here, they have sights that actually fit inside the sight. And guys, this is incredibly innovative. Now, it uses a little bit longer screw, but it's the mounting screws, and then you just attach the sight to the red dot sight. And that's one of the big things that a lot of people are going to are red dots. And so this gives you that backup sight. And then, of course, at the front, you've got that front post, and so you're able to just line it up. And you can see it's pretty much co-witnessed with that sight. But it's a very natural way to mount the sight directly. And again, there's a lot of times where you're losing this back sight. I personally want backup sights. And I have had sights to go out. Maybe the battery died at an inopportune moment, or the glass gets broken or something happens. And this gives you the ability to have sights on your firearm. And here on the Glock 17, same thing, a little bit of a different style, but again, it just uses the standard screws. They're just longer, but it's the right thread pitch, it's the right height, and you can just attach them directly to this RMR. And again, you've got that front sight that's ready to go, and you can co-witness. So to me, this is really a very innovative way to mount sights. As far as just the way the sights look, they are extremely bright. They really shine. And so at night, you're going to get that definite sight picture. And then during the day, you're going to get another definite sight picture. So it's really day-night sights, and they show up so well. But with the Shadow Systems, it has that black serrated rear sight, which is Night Fision as well. And then we have that front bead. And a lot of people really are turning to this type sight because it gives you that real high contrast at the back, and then you can see that front sight. And it makes it really kind of focus you in on that sight. And when it comes to the stealth sights, you can see it through the glass at night, and in the dark, these are going to just show up extremely well. Again, you may or may not have your red dot turned on, but this gives you sights immediately, even though you can see the green dot at the front. And then again, in daylight, you have that green dot, but the front sight is contrasting with that green that's on the front. And so it definitely gives you a different type sight picture. But guys, that is direct co-witness, and you can get 1/3 co-witness if you want it a little bit higher. But I think it will take away from that red dot. This really makes it definitely just backup sights. Now, not only are they 30% brighter, but they also have a longer life. Where the average is 12.32 years, these sights are guaranteed to glow up to 16 years or your money back. Now, why is that? One thing about tritium, it is a radioactive isotope, and it's in hydrogen gases. So that isotope will pass through a lot of different materials. In fact, there's only one that it won't pass through, and that's benzoate glass. And so they're able to capture the tritium in this benzoate glass, and then it makes it very safe. And then they tint the tritium to the color that people want for their sights. Of course, these are really nice green color. It glows very well. And guys, it is really bright. Now, it's funny because I've always thought these are radioactive, and they're right here on your handgun, but they're very safe. And if a sight breaks, you just step back and let the wind kind of blow up the fumes out of the way. But really, otherwise, these are safe to use. And of course, they've been used for a number of years. Now, their sights are CNC machined and black nitride finish. It is kind of a matte finish. I think the look of the sights are very well performed. It does, of course, have the sight name on it, and it does have night vision at the front. But what I really like, not only for night sights, but also I like the ring that they put around the sight. But this ring really shows up while you're shooting during the day. I mean, it brings your eye right to it. And then you can see the small tritium vial that's buried inside the sight to protect it. Of course, here on the back, you have two. You can get different colors if you want to contrast. Of course, the white and the white, you know, they still have a very good sight picture. But again, you can switch that out. Here we have white at the back, and then we have an orange dot at the front, so it's a nice contrast. And guys, again, there are so many different styles that people like, and you just have to choose what either you're accustomed to or what is best for your eye. But these are very durable sights, and they have that dome technology, which just allows that to come out just a touch, which it gathers more tritium in a concentrated area, and it really shows up very bright. Now, I have a number of guns that have the night vision sights already installed, and you know, there's a number of different ones. In fact, anytime I have a chance, I want night sights, I just get night vision sights. And it's according to what I want. Sometimes, like this is another one with white with the orange at the front. But Shadow Systems uses for their night sight the night vision sights. And so these are actually two different styles. One has a little bit of a higher front post, and then here, this one has not necessarily a low front post, but this way you can co-witness with your sights because these are both optics ready. Shadow Systems is using those sights, and there are a number of other companies that also use their sights. Now, these sights are very easy to install. Of course, in a Glock, they're the most simple, but it doesn't matter what model you have, they make sights for those different models. We are going to be changing out the sights on these. We're going to show installation with the Glock 19, Gen 5, and also the Glock Model 43. But now on YouTube, we can't show any modifications or installations. So we're going to be showing that on Getzone.com. I will have a link to that video down below in the description, which is absolutely ridiculous of YouTube. Well, guys, when it came to the Stealth series, I've been very interested in how these work, how they perform on the range. Obviously, you can look at it and see, but we took these out and we tested them. We shot a lot of rounds through both of these handguns, really wanting to see how the sights performed with the red dot. And of course, it gave it a perfect co-witness, but also that front sight really stands out with the rear sight, and so it gave us a great sight picture. So I would turn the sight off, I would check it with the red dot sight, just to make sure there's no confusion, and you know, it's pretty evident the sight versus the front sight, which was one of the concerns I had. Is this green sight going to mess with the green and the dot? But it really transitioned very well, and I think if you're going to carry red dot, and especially if you don't have a dovetail, because one of the things that night vision says is no dovetail, no problem, and the Stealth series fixes that. So guys, again, my favorite tritium sight setup. I love the quality. They're made in the USA. The tritium 30% brighter, plus it has a much longer shelf life from around 12 years to 16 years. It's a pretty major increase. There's tons of color options. There's tons of styles and heights. Again, with the Stealth series, that's very unique. I love that as well. While we have 30 years of experience in tritium, it gives you more confidence. The dome lens system and the integrated molded sleeve that just fits into the metal perfectly. So it gives you that confidence, whether it's a concealed carry piece or for home defense. Guys in the dark is when you're typically going to have a situation, and this just gives you an advantage. When it comes to night sights, they're mandatory for my concealed carry and also for my home defense. And check out Night Fision Sights again, 30% brighter, and it gives you 4 additional years guaranteed on your Tritium. And again, a big thank you to Night Fision and to Getzone.com. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. And the white, I mean, they just line up. And oops. Night sights really allow you to see your sights, you know, in the complete dark, obviously. Welcome to my world. While Night Fision, the company has, I don't know when it's been in business. And I want to give a big thank you to Night Fision. Is it Night Fision? Am I saying Night Vision? I haven't said Night Vision, have I? I don't know.